We are on the way to Skip White to pick up Colton's dart block. That's the cheapest place he could get one done. Dart wouldn't even send him one machined and ready to go. So Skip White down here, they said they do it, and they dicked it to what we wanted and bored it to what we wanted and put the cam bearings in, freeze plugs, all that crap. So we're down here to pick it up. Colton has worked a whole lot of overtime and starved himself and everything else in order to buy this block. But this is for the S10. We're going to be able to put about 20 pounds of boost through it and make about 1,000 horsepower or more, which is what we've been wanting to do. We've been limited with the 400 that was in it because the 2-bolt main, it just can't take more than about 500, 600 horsepower. So this one will take whatever we want to throw at it. John Thompson come and seen us Saturday. We was at the Street Fight Saturday with the S10 right down here at Bristol. John Thompson come down there and he says, well, he works at Skip White now, and we didn't know that, and nobody knew Colton was trying to get this block. So he said to us, I'll check on it Monday and see if we can get it out as soon as possible. And here it is Monday, and we're going to pick it up. So huge shout out to him. Thanks for hooking us up and checking on the motor and sending Colton a bunch of pictures and stuff of it. So that's really cool. The guy even said he could load it up and meet us somewhere with it if we couldn't get down here before 5 o'clock. So that's what we're going to do. But it's not a built motor, it's just a block because we don't have nobody build our motors. So that's what we're doing. We're down here to get it, going to throw some parts in it. And here comes the rain.
Yep. Again.
Never fails. That's what we're doing, so stay tuned. All right, now we're actually about to pull it to the main road that leads to the main place to get the main block. Destination is on your right. This is the first time we've ever got a block at any machine work done or anything like that. It's crazy. Yeah. There it is. Well, we made it. We're over here at Skip White's, picking up Colton's block. Dart block. Well, we got the block. We had a whole tour of the place and talked to a bunch of people. And, well, not a bunch of people, but talked to some really cool people. John gave us a full tour of the Skip White place. That place is freaking awesome, man. Nothing but car parts from the ground up. It was cool, but we got the block back here. She is ready to be assembled. So get a crank and stuff and some bearings and throw it all together. We're heading home now. That was fun. Huge shout out to John Thompson because that was awesome. Hanging out there and talking and checking out the engine run room and looking at all the motors and everything else and just talking engine combinations with their engine guy. It was cool. So
it's awesome.
They're definitely skull type people. Cole's pumped up, man.
Oh yes.
Not only is the first block we ever got from a machine shop, it's a dart block.
Yeah.
So it's kind of monumental. So, sweet. And they did it to our specs. They didn't like question us like, I don't know about this. Like, oh, what do you want? Okay, we'll give you what you want.
That's what you want, we'll do it.
Yeah, is that what you want? All right, that's what you get.
You want it, so we'll do it that way.
So, perfect. Now we're gonna find some food and then going home. And I'll film the block and stuff once we get out yonder back to the house.
Yeah.
We'll give an in-depth look at it. Shit, whatever else. And here is the block. Oh, so pretty. Mm-hmm. Custom for Colton's needs.
Yes. See that?
Mm-hmm. Man, that's cool. All right, here this is about a week and a half, 2 weeks before Super Chevy, and all the parts are finally here to do the motor swap on the S10. You've seen where we went and got the dart block. This is going to be the dart block, forged internals, everything. We're going to be able to put about 30 pounds of boost to this motor. We're going to start off at 15, work our way up to 20, but it can max out at 30 pounds. 1,400 horsepower is what the block will take. So Colton has worked really, really hard, saved all his money, done the best he could do, and has bought the best of the best stuff for this motor. And we're going to do it right here in the trailer park, next to the trailer on the patio. Ain't no machine shop, it ain't built motor, none of that stuff. This is built by us, the whole setup. So he just bought really good quality parts to handle the abuse, because the stock block that's in it can't handle no more than what we're putting through it now. So here we go. I'm about to pull everything off, yank the motor out, and get started building the other one. It's also going to be water-meth injected. It's going to be, it's going to have bigger turbos, GT35s instead of the little 60 millimeters that's on it now. It's going to have bigger exhaust, He's going to go with bigger, better heads. He's just going for full-on kill. But the heads and the turbos are going to come after Super Chevy. But for right now, we're just going to throw the good block in it, put the new crank, the new forge crank and stuff in it, and rods, pistons, and all that stuff he replaced, and let her ride. So it's been about 45 minutes or so. She's all stripped down. Just got to pull the radiator, pull the front end off, and unhook the cross member and the shifter and motor mounts and the oil line down there for the turbos. Should be ready to come out. I'll wait till Colton gets here to pull the motor. He's got the cherry picker in the back of his truck, but my arm and shoulder stuff is still real bad messed up, so I would he gets here to help me out. I could do it, but it just probably end up messing me up more. I don't need that, so yeah, pretty close. Ready to hook it up and pull it out.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Alright, well there it is, it's out. So, tear it apart and use a couple pieces like a cam and stuff out of that and put in the other motor and throw it all back in there. It's happening. An oil, pull filter, bouncer, intake heads, all that good stuff, timing cover. But it's out on the stand. Now the thrash begins. Alright, got the heads off and all the oil drain. I'm going to continue on tearing it apart. We've got the lifters out, heads off, intake and stuff off. So we can continue on tearing her down. Pan is off. Pop the oil pump off there and start taking the pistons and rods out. Piston rods, camshaft, and the bouncer, and we are good. Well, we gotta have a timing cover too. Got 6 of them, 2 more left. Crank looks fantastic, rod bearings look fantastic, everything looks good. Flawless. Spin that sucker around. Whoosh. Very nice. Alright, let's get the cam out and proceed forward.
Pull the balancer.
Yeah. Alright, cranks out. It's all tore apart. The mains were in excellent shape. Not bad for using them twice.
Yeah.
They sent us the wrong mains. We built the motor the second time, so we just run the ones that was in it. Clearances were good.
Pretty good. So.
Yes, we ran them. So sweet. Gonna bag and tag this old girl, and that'll be fixed.
Someone will be using this motor at some point.
Oh yeah, probably me.
Yeah.
Or Dad, somebody.
Yeah, someone.
It was mine to begin with, and I gave it to Colton. Full circle.
Yep. I got my use out of it.
We're headed to Skip White to get said list of parts here. SFI flex plate, some other crap, and have the rotating assembly balanced. Our buddy John down here that works down here is gonna hook us up and balance it for us. He's cutting us a deal. Well, the Skip White place is cutting us a deal on it. But Colton's back here somewhere. I don't know.
You got me.
Yeah, but that's where we're going. But we're back again. Okay, so we just got out of the Skip White place, and huge shout out to Kenny and John for helping us out with the balance on the crank. And Summit and Jigs, you suck, because they listed that crank as an externally balanced crank, and it is not externally balanced, it is internally balanced. The part number is 1276001. So anybody attempting to buy that crank from Speedmaster or Jigs or Summit, it is not externally balanced, regardless of what they say. It's internal. So you can't always trust what part places say. Yeah. It's funny because the Kenny guy looked at it, he says, that's internally balanced. He says, I've been doing this a really long time, so I'm telling you it's probably internally balanced. I put it on, and sure enough, internally balanced. So, well, they hooked us up with a balancer and a flex plate and the rest of the stuff we need to put the motor back together, a cam button, a few other things, and give Colton a good deal on it. Did a good deal, charged him for the balance and stuff, so it was, all in all, it was good. So now we're headed to find something to eat, but that was fun. It's actually really cool when you come down to a place that people treat you like a person. We come in there, they treat us like royalty, like we're family. Walking around, talking, showing all the parts, hanging out, and talking about motors and racing and everything else. It's cool. So, I guess we're gonna go back and throw all this stuff together. Thank you again, folks. I was just saying, this is probably the first time a dark block has ever been in the yard of a trailer being built outside like this.
Yeah.
Alright. Now you got racing coated bearings. These suckers were expensive, but see how they're chamfered. When you see, that's more important on the rods because of the bigger fillet for the forged crank. But whenever you run a forged crank, you got to run a narrow bearing because the fillet is a lot bigger on the forging. Hey, don't be grabbing your crank. We got stuff to do. Well, it's done gone and got dark on us. It's 8 o'clock, and then we'll finish it up in the morning. So that's the plan. Got to double check the gap on the rings. Probably going to open them up just a little bit more because he's really going to lay the boost of this motor. I got them set for up to 20 pounds of boost. I'm going to go ahead and gap them up for up to 30. So there's his .300 longer lifters. There's his new oil pan. I'm going to put new valve stem seals on the heads. Just fix everything. Try to get it all done tonight. Well, we brought out the lamp from in the house, but we bagged the motor up. We're going to check all the clearances on the rods and the mains tomorrow. We'll double check them in the daylight tomorrow, and then we'll check the rod clearances and stuff.
I mean, we got a lot done.
Oh yeah, we got a lot done. I'm just saying that we ain't gonna. We're trying to rush, but we're not trying to rush too much. So
yeah.
Colton's off all week. He wanted to spend the week playing with it instead of building it, but that's what we're doing. We're fixing to clean everything up, and I'll jump on it first thing in the morning. Colton's got to go to work Saturday, so I'll jump on it early in the morning. See what all I can get done. All right, here we go. It's about 7:15. And Colt had to go to work. He had to go to work at 6. He'll probably be off by 11 or 12 because it's Saturday. But we'll pull this motor right here, and I'm going to throw a couple bearings in. I'm going to check his main clearances and his thrust clearance and all that stuff on this motor. Make sure everything's right within the spec, and then he's going to put it together. But I'm just going to check everything out for him and make sure it's all good to go. So that's what we fix it to do. Alright, I'm fixing to gap these rings. These are already set at 20 thousandths. So we're going to go up to 32 thousandths, so it'll be good for 30 pounds of boost. That's 7 thousandths, 7.5 thousandths to 8 thousandths per inch of bore. That's 4.155 blocks. So these are already 20, and I numbered them for each cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just gap them, get them fit, and should be good. I'll press them on down a little further with a piston, but should be good. There's one little gapping set up over here.
Hey man, you gave me some rock and roll up in there?
Let's see. 34 thousandths. That's what you're looking for. That's 8 thousandths per bore. So 4.155 times 0.008. And that is actually 33.24 thousandths. So I'll just round up to 34 because a little extra can't hurt. So that one's done. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on number 1 piston. Hello? Hey, what's up? Yeah, stop at Walmart and get a little bit of WD-40 and some sandpaper. Get like 800 grit or 1,000 grit or something like that. What have they done? They got 800. They got 1,000.
Colton's on his way home working on this motor. It's cool watching these two work together. It's funny. I like to see it. Justin teaching Colton, Colton learning. That's the way you do it. You got one of them ring filers? Do that right there. Hook your drill to it. Mucho easier, and it saves you like $200 for the one that's got an electric motor on it. Same thing.
Think about all your rings filed and fit.
Chicken rings and re-chicken rings, resizing for boost. Saturday morning motor building.
There's a second set of rings, the second ring done. So now I can put them all in the pistons.
He's doing them right, keeping them all the same cylinders,
Oh, yeah.
all numbered, see how they're numbered.
Yeah, they're good.
Same cylinder. Checked every one, he checked and rechecked.
Yeah. So this one's talking about checking the in play. Check this out. These new racing bearings, there's no movement of that crank. Small block, you need at least 3 thousandths, 3 and 4 thousandths, I'd say. It just depends on what you'd like to run. We always shoot for 3, but with new racing bearings, they don't come already done. Like a lot of stock replacement stuff will come already done or close enough. But these, you got to take this out, take the thrust bearing out, clamp it together with a hose clamp, slide it on a piece of sandpaper, a nice flat surface on sandpaper, and put the clearance in it. Because this crank has to be able to move back and forth. If it don't, it's no bueno. So check it out. That's why it's so tight. There's no movement. So this is how you clearance your thrust bearing. See that? Zip that together so it's nice and flush. Sandpaper on a nice piece of plate. That's aluminum. PB blaster.
What are they doing?
Clearance on the thrust bearing.
Clearance in the thrust bearing.
See? Sandpaper down, nice flat surface. 800 grit's what this is. A little penetrating stuff or PB blasters, what it is. So it's supposed to be between 3 and 4 thousandths. So it should be pretty close right there.
Colton learner.
See, nice and shiny. See where it wasn't perfectly true.
Mm-hmm. We're just trying to figure where on earth on a Saturday morning is somebody building a dark block in a trailer park. Probably nowhere.
Right here, Vegas.
There will be people that just cringe at this right here.
Yeah, but if we blast it on brake cleaner, put it in there, we ain't got to take it back out.
I wouldn't do that. If it was mine, I wouldn't do that. If it was me, I'd do this.
Oh,
if it was mine, I would do that.
I'm like, well, we're fixing to do that.
No, that's what everybody's going to say. If it was me, if it was I, if it was
yeah, but when they see this, it's already been running done, so it don't matter.
When it runs fives, it'll be like, yeah, if we did. If you,
I've never had a motor blow up. I know clearance.
no, it'll be fine. I'm just saying people will get all cringing.
Oh, for doing a dark block.
Yeah, doing a dark block outside and all this
because
other
it's
shit.
not a controlled environment.
It's just another block.
And the fact of the matter is, you know, there's somebody that's got a real nice dark block and a real nice garage, real nice cherry picker in a dry, climate controlled, and ain't gonna do shit with it. That's the sad part of the whole video.
That's true.
They'll never race it. They'll do nothing. And they'll sit there and talk about everybody else's shit, and they won't get out there in a clean garage and finish your damn car and go to the track and make a pass and run a number and back up all your big mouth about all your high post shit. It ought to do this and it ought to do that. We get out there and run the shit. We'll see what it does. People don't want to race shit. They'll build all these damn power cars and puppety in the garage, back out of the garage, in the garage, back out of the garage. Put it on the motor stand, fire it up, let a bunch of people come over and listen to it. So it's on the motor stand. Makes all this imaginary horsepower on the damn dynos. Get that subbitch out there on the track and light it up and turn the bulbs on. You'll find out how much power it'll make.
Number one, that was cool.
And you'll break all the shit that ain't no good. You'll find a weak link every time. I'm not bashing and hating. I'm just telling you the damn truth. We can do it right here. That's the way we do it. We get it done. We get out there and we'll run it. So you need to get out there in a clean garage and fix your shit and get out there and run it. Because you ain't got no excuse if we can do it like this. You ain't got no excuse not to run your shit. I'm just trying to get everybody out there. I was trying to find the airplane.
We got the crank in and the thrust bearings clearance now. And it's at 3 thousandths. I had that on, but I took it off. Dad took it off. Or Colt took it off. Someone took it off.
I didn't take it off. But on me. I took it off.
But we checked it and she's set and now she spins around nice and free. Before you couldn't even turn it. So 3 thousandths should be good. 3 to 5. We like them on the tighter side.
3 between 3 and 11. But
Yeah, but
11's a little
this 3 or 4 thousandths is perfect. Now we'll pull this back off and put a little dab of silicone in there, and then we can get to torquing, get all the mains put in.
Yeah.
Then the rods. So
things is intense around here.
Colin's over the put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart. He ain't never had to do that.
Whatever motor we put together, I mean, it's got like 5,000 miles on it. We put some of it together, so we got to lose. This here's a different fucking level.
We're just making sure and double check everything because it's kind of important.
You got a lot of money right there, and you can't. You're gonna roll some big ponies through that son of a bitch. So.
Yeah. So it'll be good.
Take this one off too.
Yeah. All right, fixing to torque the mains down. I'm all squared and good to go, and all the assembly lube stuff on them, the ARP super torque lube. So, all right, running the final torque on the mains. 65 inner, 35 outer on the SHP block.
Torquing them down. Number 2's in.
Yep.
70 pound, baby. 70 pounds.
This one's 50 right now.
Don't you love how the rod line just disappears?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it's gone. The cap line, I mean, barely visible.
Last piston going in.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Catch that, did you?
Oh.
Sort of a 9. Head cleanup area over here. Also, there's a truck also in daytime. Weekends, it's a shop truck right now. Painting area for head paint after prep. Final assembly area. A team, by God, thrash team. I'm over here doing this, they're over there doing that. Doug's been doing something, Cole's been doing something, I'm doing something. That's how it gets done. We're just all working together, enjoying the day. As real as it gets, though, by God. Huh?
This is took longer than any motor in history.
That's the damn baddest motor in history of Skull Garage right there. That's the baddest son of a bitch to ever come out. Look at him proud. Standing over there with his little thing. Look at him. He worked hard. Look at all that cool shit. Look at him lean on it. He won't even smile for the crowd. That damn brand new nice Moroso pan. Look at that shit. Decal included.
I didn't even put them on.
What?
They came on.
Oh, I know. Came complete. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. I've been way too damn serious over there. Second head moves into paint and body.
We paint aluminum heads because we don't care.
Huh?
We paint aluminum because we don't care.
You don't want to look shiny for the show?
Look at that shine right there.
Yeah, that's shine. I figured we paint this too.
No, it takes too long.
Look at Justin. Justin getting all panicked and worried.
This motor should be in by now.
That it should.
Well, you building a race motor, son.
Yeah, building it.
Good shit takes time. Takes 9 months to build a human.
That's irrelevant. That's stupid. They don't do nothing. They just sit in there.
No, they got to run for years. 100 years on a good human.
You get a lot more.
If you don't race it and wreck
you
it.
get a lot more out of a good motor.
Huh?
You get 100 years out of a motor. You're the
Well, no, you won't get 100 years, but you get a good. How many motors in a good human, though? See? Yeah.
Check out the new .300 longer lifters. Brand new. Got a good deal on them. Put the lifters in. Oil's in it. Now we're going to do the head gaskets. What? Who's quiet? Now we're going to do the head gaskets, and these are not MLS head gaskets, but we'll put the MLS on it when we put the new heads on it. No sense buying head gaskets and turn around and buy more head gaskets. These are still expensive. Get off me, cord. But what were these, 40 a piece?
Yeah, like 42.
They'll handle 15 pounds of boost, so at least. All right, heads are on and torqued. Colton's putting this last pass of 70 on them. I'm gonna throw a rocker and a push rod on it and rotate it around and check the geometry. Might have to get longer push rods, I don't know yet. It'd be awesome if you didn't have to, but you might. Let's see, there's a plate welded in there. That's to stop the cam button, to eliminate cam travel. It moves a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 thousandths. That's it. All right, we went and got another timing cover, welded a plate into the timing cover, and I had a cam button. But see, now we got clearance. That's with it all the way against the timing cover. That's over. That's probably 40 thousandths clearance. All right, it is about 12 o'clock at night.
12:30.
12:40. So
12:40.
yeah, almost 1 o'clock. All the lashes set though.
Yep. Yep.
And then bag it, tag it, and finish in the morning. Because Colton's off. Vacation.
I'm on vacation already.
Dark block vacation.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. Valve cover on. Intake on. I just dropped the distributor down in there, make sure the distributor is going to go right where it's supposed to. I still got to get it at number 1, but there it is, it's together. Priming the motor. Alright, this is the new oil system for the turbos. So boom, mount, turn down.
Just straight.
Yeah, a little flex action. So cool.
Yeah.
We done tested it so it don't leak. The bouncer's on. Oh, that does sound just like a bell.
Stop.
One more. To your neutral corners. Begin. Move. I gotta get over here. I gotta see this flex plate. SF.
Watch out.
Quit.
Break.
SFI approved. SFI spec 29.1.
29.1.
What is that?
That's better than 18.4, whatever they got.
And this one is SFI
That's 18.5 right there.
18.1.
One.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Better than stock.
The bigger the number on the SFI, the better off you are.
We're running stock stuff.
Yeah, well, hers ain't got no SF shit.
Yeah. SF9.
SF nothing.
Anyway, the motor's fixed to go in here in the, in the rain.
I'm trying to be serious. Hey, I need you to play all the fucking time.
Everything's a joke.
Can't get. I don't take shit serious.
All right. Probably 2 minutes after putting it on the cherry picker and moving forward, it's in here.
Don't take long.
No. The way it's set up, it's quick. So everybody out there that doesn't have an entire removable front end and radio and everything, get one.
Yeah.
It
Make
saves
one.
time.
Yeah, makes a whole lot different to get the front end off
Oh, yeah.
anything. I don't give a shit what it is.
Every car we got's
Fix
like
your
that.
radiator and all that shit where it was like, it's gone.
Yep. 4 bolts and the whole thing comes out. See it sitting there?
If you build it, plan on taking some of it apart, you'll like it.
Yeah. So build it because you're going to take it
We
apart.
build everything, plan on taking it apart quick and it works.
Quick, quick, quick.
It's like a snap together.
And then we just drop the motor mounts in place. Boom, boom, and she's good.
It's hard to think that far ahead. We've had so much shit fuck up, we kind of know what's
Yeah. We just. Alright, that'll make it
Pre
easy.
plan fuck up.
Preparation. all just about together.
Close.
Close, close, closer than it was.
Take it down there and get it checked. Good old boys at Skip White.
Much appreciated.
Yeah,
John and Kenny.
Yeah, you boys are cool dudes, man. They said
Y'all are awesome.
Justin Colt said just treat them like kings down there.
They did. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
We're like royalty when we walk in that place.
I gotta
Everybody stopped doing everything they was doing and we just hung
I
out.
got to come down there and check that place out, man. They say y'all dudes is cool. I appreciate all the help you to help us out in this shit. Cause
Yeah. Cut Colton a deal on the balance job and everything else.
you didn't have to. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody say Justin them so they watch YouTube. We appreciate it, man. We just plain old people. Ain't nothing special.
Oh no, it's the way it is. It's awesome.
The little help sure does go a long way.
Yeah, a little bit goes a long way.
We ain't never took nothing machine shop.
Nope, never.
Yeah, you can't. You don't know who
That's why I tried to buy a crank that was externally balanced.
Yeah, it was supposed to be standard balance, external balance, like an OEM crank. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they said use factory 400 stuff.
Yep. And the other one, just so everybody knows, the other crank that we took out of this, the Scat 9000 series, never had any of that balanced. I put them on a scale in there, a little digital scale, and got up as close as I could, and that motor turned 7,200 time after time after time after time after time. Never hurt a bearing, never hurt nothing. So you don't have to have everything balanced.
I had to reuse main bearings.
Yeah, had to reuse main bearings in it.
Boys got us fixed up, and bless y'all's heart. So that's Skip White, man. Y'all need something. Go see them boys.
Yeah.
They did Dustin's motor.
Yeah, they built Dustin.
Sport Tennessee, that Kingsport,
Tennessee.
Look them up, man. They got.
There's two of them. Didn't he say that?
White's Performance, and then there's Skip White.
Yeah, go to Skip White. We're going to continue on in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's a wrap for tonight.
Y'all have a good night. Sleep good.
Yep.
Woo! See, buddy's done, so we're gonna run and take Michael Harder's shifter, and then give it time for everybody to get woke up before we wake them up. So,
Yeah.
fire it up, set the timing, and go drive around a little bit.
Feels smooth as glass.
Had good oil pressure?
Huh?
Had good oil pressure?
Yeah, about 50, 55.
Well, we'll see here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Once you put a little bit of load on it. Yeah. Well, spun over it and fired first rotation and shut it back off and had to turn the timing up a little bit. So we'll fire it back up here again in a second.
Only friend that we ever had at Walmart to see.
While he worked. All right, Colton. Fire it up. There ain't no need to rev on or nothing. Just fire it up. And
Sunday morning thrash is over the beginning. Never ends.
hopefully this is the thrash is over. No more thrash.
End of thrash.
it's just like its old self again. Might need it.
Like this.
Yeah. Take off like you normally would.
Drop down to first.
Yeah.
From a dead stop.
Yeah. Runs good.
Yeah. That is perfect. Yeah.
And that's only, we ain't even turned the boost up yet. Yeah. So, oh god, that makes you feel good. Good solid oil pressure, everything's good, so. Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. Water-meth injection set up. Got the pump. And the reservoir here, pump right there. It's going to come down from where the nitrous line's at. It's going to come up. There'll be a pressure switch, activates it. It'll run in right here, fog and everything. Be able to run like 20 to 30 pounds of boost with this setup, so should be good. To test the water-meth injection, the boost reference activation switch is running inside here. So what I got is air hose running to this. It tells me the PSI here, everything runs in, and just listen. You'll hear the pump come on at about 7.5. See as I increase it, 7.5. Then it cuts back off after that. So it works.
Mm-hmm.
So all we got to do is get a nozzle and hook it out and put the juice in, and it should be good.
Yeah. It's ran in here. There's the boost switch. And all the way back here, line goes down all the way up to the front.
So, and he's got a kill switch in there that he can power it on, power it off when he needs to. So if you don't feel like running on the street, keep it off.
Yep.
Alright, I'll show you all the nozzle, how it sprays. This is the way the nozzle has to go. That's just using water, but you get the idea. Man, it's crazy. Just got to drill and tap it. Alright, went over to Carry Foxes and Colton. TIG welded a big puddle of aluminum in that thing that we threaded through and tapped it, and the nozzle just barely comes out the other side. So, that's the way it's supposed to be done. So now I'm going to hook it all back up, and I guess today we're going to test the water-meth. Got our boost juice. We got 8 bottles. They kept getting damaged when they shipped them. See, that one got damaged. But Colt went and got aggravated. It's like, just give me what you have left, because it's ridiculous. They've damaged 3 orders of it. FedEx did, coming through Charlotte. So we got those 3 bottles, about a third of that bottle, and 4 new bottles in the back. So we're going to play with the boost. Probably set it at about 14 or 15. Tune it for that. That's what we'll tune it for, and leave it like that and go and see what it does. Just if we go much more than that, I don't think the truck will take it. And he ain't got the cage for all that. So we kind of got to be a little conservative. But should be cool. Should work good. Gonna hook up the, finally start using the boost timing retard box. Pull a few degrees of timing. Alright, what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that the boost reference regulator will continue to increase fuel pressure up to 20 pounds of boost. So this should go to At 20 pounds of boost, this should go to 28 because we run 8 base PSI of fuel pressure. So I made all this, hooked it up, turn the fuel pump on, turn the compressor on, increase this up to 20, which actually sent 20 pounds through the lines. And I want to make sure this creeps to 28. Got to make sure that the fuel pressure stays where it needs to be at all times. Otherwise, you're going to run into some major problems. Okay, so it worked. I was able to bury the needle and then some. I would have filmed it actually working, but it's too hard to control this, control the valve, watch the PSI and everything else, and hold a camera. So, but trust me, it worked. All right, so we're fixing to ride up the road. We're going to start playing with the boost. Turn the boost up a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and start pulling a little timing as boost comes in, and see what it does. We also got the Water-meth injection set up, hooked up, so we're gonna play with that a little bit too. We'll just go out and drive around a little bit and let that alternator charge that old battery and see what happens. Oh, it's crazy on the two-step. All right, well, we tried to turn the boost up with our boost regulator right there, but the boost regulators come with two separate springs, and I think we've reached the max of what this spring can do, because it doesn't, like I've turned it in and turned it in and turned it in, it doesn't seem to increase anything. And we don't have the timing coming out of it. We're just letting the Water-meth take care of everything. So with Water-meth, you usually be able to run the 14 pounds of boost and never have to worry.
Yeah. I mean, I have that box just to be safe.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I don't need it, then I don't need it.
The more timing you can keep in this motor,
the happier it'll be.
The happier it'll be. So, that's true. The more time you can give a motor, and you wouldn't believe what the time is at on this motor. I ain't gonna tell you because it's top secret and covert. But you wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Nope.
It ain't what everybody else runs. I promise you that. But the more time you can give a motor, the happier it's gonna be. So if we can keep the Water-meth spraying in there, fogging, and run 14, 15 pounds, he'll be happy with that for a little while. Till it's time to smash and run 20 pounds.
Yeah.
See, at 20 pounds you can run the Water-meth and pull a little timing, but you shouldn't have to. That Water-meth should handle detonation all the way up to 20 pounds of boost.
Until I can get a better set of heads and intake and
everything else.
turbos.
But pretty good, pretty good.
And better head gaskets.
Oh yeah. That's cool. It's fun to come over here and poke it. Leave it on the 2-step. Leave it in like 7 pounds of boost is night and day difference from foot braking. Foot brake, everyone's good, but 2-step, whew.
2-step's completely different.
Yeah, man, she's wicked. Now, if it was a trans brake, even better. But,
and you could build all the boosts.
Yeah. But I think leaving like that, you'll probably be able to get out of the hole and should be fine.
If it only builds like 7-8 pounds on the 2-step, I should be able to leave off the line like it does. And then more boost comes in.
Yeah, it'll ramp
at least
in.
by the 60 foot.
It's your own setup progressive style. Yeah, your own progressive. We knew what we was doing.
Yeah.
But,
It's progressive.
yeah, it got up a little warm and we got up to about 200 or so. We figure we stay right here and let it cool off a little bit. But that makes me feel better. Did Dad tell you what Daryl Buckner's did? No. He put that Pro Charger, when a 689, he drove it into the track with air conditioning on.
Gosh.
That 2018 he drove up here?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, Daryl. That's too cool.
What
Yeah,
is
6. The spring ain't got no more left in her.
He's sitting behind me here, so he might not be dumb enough.
Okay, so we went to Lowe's and got a little tiny spring to put inside the bigger spring in the boost controller. So we're going to see if we can get 14 pounds. Might work, might not work, we don't know. We'll see. Alright, so we think it's the wastegates, it's pushing the wastegates open because we could only get it to about 10 or 11, just like it was before. But oh my God. Water-meth made this thing. I mean, without turning the boost up, it's made it so much more. It's just so violent, man. It's awesome. But because the intake temperatures were so hot, when you introduce that Water-meth, it really rapidly cools it. So it's loving it. So
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't have Water-meth, get it.
You should get it.
Yeah, depending on what intake temperatures you've got.
Yeah.
Because it's taking that heat. It's over 100, probably 140 degrees, 120 degrees, and just cooling it down. Still, if you have to touch the timing. So if you have to do anything, just let the Water-meth fog in there.
Yep.
Amazing. All right, so we put the double springs in it, and with the air compressor, was opening at about 14. So we're going to see where the boost is at with this setup. Boost controller, we couldn't really do what we wanted to, so I'm going to Mike go out to play with it.
Did I?
But now we'll just make sure it's clean again. That's 14.
Yeah.
And it was clean. That's 14.
Yeah.
And it was clean.
You want to do it from right here? From that way?
Yeah, you can.
Send it here, yeah.
Yeah, that's almost 15. Almost 15.
I'm happy right there.
I say call her.
Yeah.
She's good. I call that a success. That way you know with timing home, with water meth injection, the motor's going to be safe. Which it sucks to pull timing, but even pulling, you see, 214 pounds of boost. This thing can only maximum pull, what? God, dude.
Big less parts back there. Yeah.
Just one more with this thing. Good job.
You made it.
Good job. Well, everything is working just like it's supposed to. And it's creeping to about 15 pounds of boost. It's a little over 700, 750, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap.
Old guy gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah, I got it on the GoPro.
God, it felt freaking awesome. It stayed pretty straight, so it held in a little longer.
Yeah.
So like, okay, sir, still spinning. Sure. Can't do the inspection.
Where did the boost go to?
I left at about 7 pounds on the 2-step. I don't know where it got up to after that.
That's what I got the GoPro for.
Yeah.
My data logger.
Yeah.
GoPros are